Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something I know a lot of you grapple with. How to, think fast and speak smart in English.
Hmm.
It's that common thing, right?
Yeah.
You understand native speakers perfectly well, you know the grammar, maybe your vocabulary is pretty good, but then, bam, it's your turn to speak. And it feels like your brain just hits a wall. Words disappear, you might freeze up, maybe feel that flush of nervousness. It happens to so many learners.
Oh, absolutely. It's incredibly common. And what the research tells us about why that happens is really quite interesting. See, in your native language, your brain's basically on autopilot. Thoughts connect to words instantly. But with English, especially when you're still learning, your brain's juggling. It's doing two really demanding jobs at the same time. It's trying to understand what's being said to you while also trying to translate your own thoughts from your native language into English.
Oh, okay. That makes total sense. Like running two heavy programs at once on a computer, it slows everything down.
Exactly that. That kind of dual processing, that constant mental translation loop, that's what takes the extra time. That's what causes the hesitation, the feeling of being slow. But, and this is the key thing, the good news is you can train your brain. With the right kind of practice, you can actually build faster connections.
Okay, so it's not a permanent state. You can actually improve that processing speed.
Yeah.
So how do we bridge that gap then? Let's get practical. Our deep dive really uncovered some solid, actionable strategies. Let's unpack them.
Right. So the first tip, and maybe the most fundamental one that kept coming up, is think in English. This means you have to consciously work to break that habit of translating everything in your head first.
Stop the detour through the native language.
Precisely. Instead, try to label or describe things around you directly in English. Even simple stuff. Narrate your day internally. Okay, I'm walking to the kitchen. This is a red chair. I need to send that email. It sounds basic, but the more you do it, the more your brain starts to automatically link the concept straight to the English word. It's about building new pathways.
Like carving out a direct road instead of taking the scenic route every time. Okay, got it. Think in English. What comes next? Should we worry about sounding, super sophisticated?
Actually, quite the opposite. The second big tip is use simple language. Seriously, fluency isn't about using the biggest words you know. It's about being clear, being understood, and feeling confident.
Right. Clarity over complexity.
Exactly. Often, the simplest way to say something is the best way. It also reduces the mental load, right? So instead of reaching for something like, I am currently experiencing profound fatigue.
Which sounds a bit robotic anyway.
Right. Just say, I'm tired. Or instead of, it is proving difficult for me to comprehend, just, I don't understand. Keep it direct. It helps you respond faster.
Okay, that's really freeing, actually. Less pressure. So think in English, keep it simple. But what about stringing sentences together in a real conversation? How do we get quicker at that?
Yeah, good question. Which brings us to tip number 3. Learn sentence patterns.
Ah, like conversational templates.
Kind of, yeah. Think of them as ready-made structures you can grab quickly. Things like, I think that, well, in my opinion. That reminds me of when, or what I mean is, if you have these patterns memorized, your brain doesn't have to build every single sentence from scratch under pressure.
It's like having building blocks ready to go.
Exactly. You just slot your specific idea into the pattern. Our research showed this really cuts down on the scrambling for words feeling and helps you sound more natural, more fluid.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Build a toolkit of phrases. What else?
Tip 4 is about practice, but a specific kind. Practice with time limits.
Ooh, like putting yourself on the clock.
Sort of, yeah. But low stakes. Give yourself a simple topic, maybe talk about your favorite food or describe your morning routine. Then set a timer for, say, 30 seconds or maybe a minute and just talk. Nonstop. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't pause for too long.
Just keep the words flowing.
Just keep talking. The point isn't perfection. It's training your brain to think and produce language simultaneously, even under a tiny bit of pressure. It helps fight that freeze response.
Like doing little speaking sprints. I like that. Okay, one more.
Yes, the 5th technique that came up a lot is shadowing native speakers.
Shadowing. You mean like mimicking them?
Pretty much. You listen to a short clip, maybe from a podcast, a video, even a movie, and you immediately try to repeat what they said. You try to match their speed, their rhythm, their intonation as closely as you can.
Ah, so it's not just about what you say, but how you say it.
Exactly. It trains your ear, obviously, but also the physical aspect of speaking your mouth, your tongue, getting those muscles used to forming English sounds quickly. All these small, consistent practices, they really build up your confidence over time by making the act of speaking feel more automatic.
So tying this all together then, thinking fast, speaking smart. It's not really about this impossible standard of perfection, is it?
Not at all. The real goal, the core message from all this, is about finding your voice, speaking with confidence, even if it's simple, and just connecting with people,
Right.
reducing that internal friction.
So what's the final thought for our listeners to take away from this deep dive?
It's really this. Keep practicing every single day. If you can, speak out loud, talk to yourself, talk to your pet, it doesn't matter. Use simple words. Don't be afraid to stumble or make mistakes. Honestly, those aren't failures. They're just signs that you're learning. Your brain is adapting, your voice is getting stronger, and that fluency you're aiming for, it's probably much closer than you think.